putting in work. Work, yeah. Putting in work. I thank God for the favor when the money come. Half for the time, tax fees, and sufficient funds. What I gotta do to get ahead? I'm on the song. What I gotta do to get
Welcome to the Modern Sports Show, home of your college athletes. Today we have another very special guest. We got Ian Jackson on the show. What's going on, bro?
What's going on? How you doing, man?
Good, dog. Good. Man, so before we get into like the nitty-gritty of the interview or the conversation, I'll say conversation.
Right, yeah.
What was your most fond memory at Alabama football, bro?
Oh man, I mean I got a lot of them for sure.
Okay.
Obviously I was there for 3 years, and my freshman year I say it was an experience for sure. We got to go to the national championship, and I think like that whole season, that whole ride, really, even the highs and the lows mixed through that season, really was like just the highlight of it all, going to the biggest stage of it, the end of it be all. So definitely want to be back there again. That was really like my defining moment of college, like just being able to be in that atmosphere, be in that building, and be on a team full of straight dudes. Really, like you see a lot of them guys in the NFL right now. So like that's kind of like one of the biggest things that I kind of took from just what I learned from those guys. You know what I'm saying? Especially in that season, learning how to get to that point and just trying to build off that in the future and even where I'm at now.
No, for sure. That's and now that you say that, like that 2021 class, you was class 21.
Yeah.
What like who, you know what I'm saying? Who was some of the guys that came in with you that, I guess y'all relationship was like really set apart?
All right. So I'll jump. I mean, Deontay Lawson and Kool-Aid, Jaquincy McCusker. We were all roommates. Coming in freshmen, Stan and Brian Hall, we were roommates. And then I obviously formed a relationship with Dallas Turner. Kind of talked to him a little bit before he came to Bama, so we kind of already had a relationship. And then Devontae Smith and Kane, he transferred to Nebraska. Just some of those guys. We had Terrion Arnold came in. Just those guys. We had I always had a close relationship with everybody on the team, but coming in early, those were guys I talked to like before I got in. Ja'Cory Brooks, Christian Leary, all them guys, man.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy to think that like your class, it was that many dudes in your class. Like,
oh man,
y'all was back, including yourself, man.
Yeah.
Dudes too. So I want to say this. I remember the first time I met you, bro. First time I met you, you were with your uncle. You was with Reggie.
Yeah.
He brought you to one of our basketball practices
up in CC, yeah.
And we was we was practicing whatever. I think this may have been like around the break, like break or something. But I just remember coming in, and at the time, I always loved to reminisce on like y'all, y'all dudes who really like was big names coming out of high school, just to reminisce on like who you were before you know what I'm saying, reach that status.
Right.
And I remember you coming in that basketball practice. You was long then. I want to say, well, you probably 9th grade, 8th grade, going to 9th grade.
Yeah. I was young. I was a young dude.
And you just was a lanky cat. You weren't necessarily all the way filled out. But but you was So I was just like, okay, I know Reggie he used to talk about you often. Just that, but that was my first impression of you, bro. Just just in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I know. I definitely remember coming up there, man, with y'all boy, watching y'all hoop too, man. Watching y'all playing them games and them tournaments whenever I could. I always used to come up there to Chilton County whenever I got a chance. Just obviously be with Reggie, support Reggie, and support y'all because y'all, Reggie was coaching y'all. I'm always gonna support the family, and whoever he's supporting, I'm supporting with him. So I was supporting all y'all, and I was definitely rooting for y'all boys coming in, watching you punch something on the rim. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got the hook. That's what I remember from you. I was like, if he gonna dunk that ball now.
Yeah,
I knew you gonna do that.
Oh, man. So I want to dive into your high school career, bro. Like, what do you feel like? And well, actually, I'll preface that by saying you come from a long, rich lineage of dudes coming out of Prattville, like very fertile ground, very well-known area, in the state, out the state, and producing talent, you know.
Right.
And so, like, when you get in high school and you start to, I guess, build that profile for yourself, what was the year in high school that kind of catapulted you into that acclaim? And do you remember that? And like when you start becoming like a household name, what was that like? And when do you feel like you felt that shift take place?
I definitely would say my junior year is when I kind of seen that big shift. Kind of, I had a outbreak season my junior year. Just went crazy. Had like a lot of tackles, a lot of TFL, sacks, pressures, like just doing stuff that was kind of unusual at my position, and that's what kind of put me on the map. Because before then, I played. I was playing outside linebacker, and that's what I got recruited as.
Right.
And it was more of like a bandit position, a star position that kind of played in space, came off the edge, and did like a whole bunch of stuff. But before then, I was just playing safety, and I feel like I was a real good safety.
Yeah, I do
And
too.
and I wanted to keep going playing safety, but
Yeah.
coaches felt like it was better for me to move. They feel like I would do better in college and in the league as well if I moved to outside linebacker at the time, and so that's what I did and flourished there. And that's when I kind of felt the big shift in. I started to get a lot of offers and a lot of interest from a lot of schools at that
Right.
time of my junior year and going into my senior year.
Now, and you, that's interesting you say that too, because I do agree. I think you had, was it a pick or was it either a scoop, it was a scoop and score, or was it a pick at
A pick
Crampton Bowl?
six.
Yeah,
Pick
it
six.
was, yeah. And man, when I seen like, cause now granted, everything up until that point, I had seen you was like more of an edge, but then when I seen you, I think you was like you said, you was playing that star nickel type position, and I
Right.
seen you was able to move in space with your size, and I was like, I like, you know what I'm saying, me having played that position, been a bigger body too. I love to see bigger dudes, not necessarily just be confined to playing in a box, like be
Yeah.
able to move in space and kind of show your versatility. So that was interesting to me when you got to Alabama, and that was kind of like your main position playing at edge. But I think that you extreme versatility and playmaking ability for real. I was watching some of your tape last night, and I'm like, and then there was even some reps where you was playing off the ball backer. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
you could have really played either or, all
Fact.
three.
And it's like once I got to Alabama, I was confined to the box, and I mean I didn't really have a problem with it. My coaches in the past had a problem with it a little bit just because they felt like you said, I had way too much versatility to be in the box, just confined to the box, and it was kind of hard for me to transition to just being a straight box backer at
Right.
first, and it was kind of a struggle, and I had to learn. That was part of my learning process at Bama, was learning to play the box, and
Yeah.
it helped me. It helped me going through those struggles of learning and how to read everything, read guard pulls,
Yeah.
and read the Y coming back and all that stuff. Like it was so foreign to me in high school.
For
Like
real.
it was, coming from safety to playing like a nickel position. Like
Mhm.
that's just so foreign to be
Yeah, yeah.
reading everything in the tackle box. Yeah.
Like those you right. I was literally just talking to one of my homeboys about this the other day. I talk a lot of football, a lot. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just those run responsibilities for secondary, like for the secondary, it's a lot more challenging. I think, especially for younger players when they get to college, under whether it be off the ball or you a edge rusher, like understanding how like pin pulls and GTs or counter. I'm just saying how
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
when
It
it
takes
moves.
time. It takes time.
Yeah, when it move and when it shift, like just understanding how what like your responsibilities, where you supposed to be. So I could definitely see how that may have hindered you like early in your career, not
Right.
being able to stretch outside. But now I want to go back to that point. What was that like, knowing that you played under, or you have such rich lineage and pedigree at Prattville? Was that like kind of like added pressure when you started to become one of those things? Like, I got to live up to someone I get to college, or what was that?
Not. I wouldn't really say. I feel like I just had more to prove because I mean, I was a late bloomer. I blew up kind of late, and I mean, it was a point in my time before I did blow up where I was like, I got to get something shaking. Like I'm trying to, what I'm saying, get to that level, and I got to get something going. And I put in a lot of hard work and long hours. What I'm saying, behind the scenes that a lot of people didn't know about, and still to this day I still do. But what I'm saying, like when I doing all that stuff, it didn't really have me nervous. Like I was ready to go out and attack every game. Like
Right.
I want. It was times in my senior year where like they wouldn't even too much run to my side the whole game, and like that used to make me mad. Then like I wanted to play. I'm trying to get in the game, get in the action,
Right.
see what I can do, see if my training is paying off. Because I had a coach tell me that when you get in the game, whenever you play in the game, you always fall back to your training, no matter what. Like especially if you get in hard situations where you don't know how the game's gonna go, you always gonna fall to your training.
Right.
So I just trusted my training, and I've never been like nervous even with the hype coming. I just always trusted in me and trusting in my play.
Did you feel like, okay, did you and I know you didn't feel that pressure, but did you feel like maybe, okay, we playing Hoover, or did y'all play with Tonka?
Yeah, we play with Tonka every year. We played Hoover my senior year too.
Okay, or it's like Stanhope, Elmore. Did you feel like the energy, like when you became that dude, Oregon off Alabama? Did you feel them like the dude, like, hey man, we going at number 3 tonight, or we going at number 7, or whatever the case?
I really felt like I feel like I was trying to put more fear into people at that time. Like I wanted it, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really like the pressure. Like I knew they was coming at me, of course.
Yeah.
Like even like Phoenix City game, Cam Petway was over there, and my mom's good friend. She works with his mom, so he had ended up telling me like after the game, long he was like, yeah, we was trying to game plan for you. End up doing some crazy stuff we weren't even ready for, like. And that's like the stuff that, what I'm saying, like when you game plan for me and all that, like I'm cool with it. I'm just ready to play. Like it's all about adjusting. That's what the game's about. So I just always, take the challenge head on. That's what I put my pride into, is just take the challenge head on and play.
Right. So, now when you become this hot commodity and you racking up all these offers, okay, I seen it with I didn't necessarily have your rollout, you know what I'm saying? It's guys like us, man. We want Mr. D1s, but I
Yeah.
seen my little brother, Kobe, you know what I'm saying? You a good
Yeah.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
He sprouted, he bloomed
Right.
just like you. So I was able to kind of see firsthand how like, of course it'd be like a family environment when you start to get thrown into when y'all reach those levels. It was like a family effort, making sure we protecting him, making sure,
Mm-hmm.
staying on and making the right decisions. I imagine Reggie, your dad, your family was the same way for you. So with that being said, how did you navigate the terrain when it came to recruiting and talking to coaches and going on visits? What was that
Oh, I
like?
mean, that process, uh it was definitely like a ride. Like, I mean, something
Yeah.
that I'll never forget. My family definitely helped me a lot in those situations, and during that process of picking my schools. A lot of people, like you said, it's a family effort. They go to your family. Like I had a lot of coaches call my mom, call my uncles, and call coaches, call around just to talk. And if I wasn't talking, they're gonna call them and get them to get me on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because that process, it does get stressful. It gets stressful at times. And I know Kobe could tell you too. Like it was times where you didn't want to answer that phone from that coach, even though like what I'm saying, he's blowing you up. It's like, I don't want to answer it right now. I want to, chill with the guys. I'm in high school still. I'm still trying to have fun.
Real, yeah, that's real.
And it'll turn into a business real quick. It will, like. And
Right.
that's what I learned. That's what I learned. I learned during that process that they want your attention, and they trying to see what's going with you. They're trying to get you. When everybody's trying to get you, they're really trying, and they're putting their effort in. And that's what meant the most to me, and that's kind of what ultimately led me to my decision at Alabama. Is because, I mean, obviously it was a lot of external factors that happened during that time, like with COVID-19 and stuff. But just the effort that a school like Alabama is, when they give you the effort and they're trying for you, it's like, how could you turn that down? You know what I'm saying?
And so, like, I guess during that time, what what was the biggest, like maybe was it Coach Saban or was it Coach Lannon or whoever? Like who was that one person that called you like, oh my God, like I'm really, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little starstruck.
I mean, what Saban called definitely like,
Yeah.
have some butterflies in your stomach, like, oh, this is really Nick Saban right now. But I mean,
Yeah.
like Coach Charles Kelly, really was the one who kind of got me there. He was talking to me like every day, calling, checking on me, checking on the family. Just like I said, showing that he cared, showing that he, what I'm saying, it was genuine. That's what I feel like. It was real genuine, and there was a lot of other schools. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other schools that was that way. That was real genuine and showed that they care. Like plenty of schools, Oklahoma, Florida State, Georgia. Like I can name plenty of schools that really showed that they really wanted me.
Yeah.
But like I said, those external factors that happened during that time period, that year before I got into college, it's just, what I'm saying, it just felt like that I need to stay home, closer to home, just with the unexpectancy in the air of what's going to happen. Like we
Yeah.
never knew it was a point in time that we didn't think we were going to even play football ever again. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of it's shocking to say now because it's I wouldn't say it's over, but it's not the same. But that time period definitely, you know what I'm saying, changed a lot and affected my decision as well.
Yeah. Did you so okay, so this is a two-part question. What was the school that like almost got you? And then what visit did you go on, be it official or unofficial, that you was like, God damn, like this the hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of Alabama.
All right. So my first big offer was Louisville,
Okay.
and I went up there for a visit and like kind of had like the college experience of a visit, so to speak. That was like my first college experience. And
Yeah.
so when I did that, it was like my second offer, but it was my first Power Five. Went up there and just had a good time, man. And that was like the first time I was like, dang, I kind of really want to commit. It's Louisville. It was my second offer though, but like at the time, my mom had to tell me like, no, like we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more to come. But like after that, just having the time, the good college time with them guys, and just going through that experience up there, like it kind of had me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm ready to commit somewhere. But the school that I would say really almost had me was probably LSU and a little bit of Georgia too. A lot of people, thought Auburn at the time, but the staff at Auburn really wasn't messing with me like that. Like people didn't really know that for real. They didn't really start messing with me until they found out that I was committing to Alabama, and so that kind of like it was over with by then. I was already committed, but like
Yeah.
I feel like they had the first shot at me because my mom graduated from Auburn.
Right.
I had an uncle graduate from Auburn, a sister that goes to Auburn now. She's still at Auburn. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they had the first go. Like they
And you
already knew about me.
then you is Alabama.
Yeah, in fact, I'm way closer. And like I said, the ties were there. But
Yeah.
and like for them to have the first goal, like they could have got me whenever, and they kind of fumbled that bad, so to speak. So it was like I couldn't go there because of that, because they didn't, what I'm saying, show the effort that Alabama did. So that's like what really affected my decision then too, because Auburn would have been like a real, what I'm saying, tough contender to Bama, but they didn't
Yeah.
really show that effort before I committed, and it really was between like I said, Georgia, LSU, and Oklahoma too. They were in that mix too.
Now are those schools that you took official visits to also?
See, that's one thing I couldn't do because of COVID. I couldn't take official visits at that time, so I didn't. That's what really kind of messed me up because I couldn't go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like who was I to be to go out all the way to Eugene, Oregon, not even, what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen anything out there, and
Yeah.
just go out there and live, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or go out in Norman, Oklahoma, and go play football out there for 4 years or however many years, and you know what I'm saying. It was just a situation where I felt like it was best to kind of stay closer to home just because of everything that was going on as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Do you feel like it like that definitely made recruiting harder for like the college coaches because like they can't really, y'all really can't have no contact?
Yeah, we had to do a lot of Zoom visits. That's why I did a lot of my visits through Zoom. So just kind of showing you everything on a virtual visit, and obviously that's kind of hard. You can't physically be there. You can't really, you know what I'm saying, catch the vibes that you need to in order to make that decision. I mean, some people it's easier. And like I said, I blew up late, and so like other people may have went on their visits like 9th, 10th grade around that time. You know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, they could have went 11th grade even before all them times before COVID. But like when I got all my offers, it was during during COVID. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. So it wasn't no way I couldn't go out there either way. Like it wasn't no traveling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that was kind of hard for me to, you know, it was definitely kind of hard for the coaches to, you know what I'm saying, do the things they wanted to, like home visits and, you know, things like that. I never really got to see that part of the recruiting process.
Right.
I never got to see the official visit part of the recruiting process.
Okay.
And, you know, it was just a different process for me.
Yeah. So like so we get through all of that. Now what exactly what was that moment where you was probably like, okay, I'm Alabama, that's where I'm going, I'm committing. Like what was it that made you feel like that, I guess?
I guess it was really my conversations with Saban. Just talking to him. I actually was believing in the picture, like believing in the process and just going through with it. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't never about money or anything. Like obviously NIL was in the talkings at that time, but it wasn't a thing yet. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, obviously, you know, like I wasn't really talking about money. Like obviously, it had things going on with other schools, giving kids money, stuff like that. But that wasn't really none of my focus. I was just trying to find a school to go to and play at, and for my future, and that's what Saban was all about. You know what I'm saying? Your future, and that's what kind of made me like, yeah, like it's a no-brainer to go over here because I want to get to the NFL. That's my dream goal, and you know what I'm saying? The pipeline is there, so yeah.
So, bro, my first Alabama game was first game I ever went to was like 2015, 2016. And I believe they was playing Ole Miss at home. And this was when they still had Cyrus Jones, right?
Is that the game they lost?
To be honest, it might be. That might be the game they lost.
The little tip pass and all that extra.
I think so. And so I come to that game. That's my first game. Now, granted, I was young. I was probably 15, 16 years old. I wasn't really I liked football, but I wasn't the biggest football fanatic like I am now.
Yeah.
So I go to that game. Then fast forward 2017, and I come to another game when they played Fresno State at home. This was my senior year in high school at the time. And so by this time, you know, I was very late in terms of learning how recruiting works and like what you need to do to get recruited by these schools. So at this time, I was thinking, you know what I'm saying, there was still hope, but by your senior season, you already know.
Yeah, they didn't already pick everybody.
Exactly. And so, but anyways, they got Calvin Ridley, Jalen Hurts, like the squad 2017, like it's that, you know what I'm saying? All them boys, right? And so I'm a young cat now. I don't know if you know. Do you know? I forget. His name is Keelan Peoples, but his dad was one of Coach Saban's Peoples.
He played there?
No, he didn't play. He from Clan though. He's from Clan. Yeah, and he was one of my classmates at the time. His name is Keelan Peoples. I forget his dad's name, but his last name is Peoples.
Okay.
If I show you a picture of him, you'll know who it is.
Yeah, I'll probably recognize the picture.
Anyways, so I come to the Alabama Fresno State game, and I'm walking with my granddad and my dog Keelan. He's like, "Hey, bro, come over here." You know what I'm saying? He seen me, real. You know what I'm saying? Spotted me out, brought me over there. So he got me a little good access, whatever. So it was some cats walking in, Jalen, like I said, Calvin. And this was my first time being like up close in person. This was my first time really actually being out on the campus. You know what I'm saying? And so that day kind of solidified like my look. Like when I seen, and this was Fresno State, you know, folks ain't coming out like
it's just a little.
You feel me? It's a little appetizer
to the fans.
Exactly. So we go to the game, but I'm still just amazed. I think, you know, pregame, the band, they performing on the quad. So I'm just like, wow, there's so many people. It's beginning. This is the first game of the season, first home game. I'm like, man, you know, like, wow, And that feeling stuck with me for years, going like over my football journey from being in prep school, from going to UAB, Kentucky, like that feeling stuck with me. And so I feel like during my time, like I was in my time playing ball, I was always chasing that feeling. And and I think it kind of led to my love for football. But for you, do you feel like when you got here, that was something that was just like man, like this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like the support is crazy.
I would say like it didn't really hit for real until that first game.
Okay.
I think we was playing Miami, and we played in Atlanta. Just the amount of fans that were in Atlanta, like, was crazy. Like, I mean, I was the first game back where you could have fans. Like I said, COVID had just got done, so it was first game back where you could have fans, and it was packed out, like, blow. And so, like, that was one of the moments, like, oh man, like, I about started tearing up. I wasn't even playing that game. I was about to tear up. Like, I'm like, this is real. Like, it's real life.
Yeah.
And like, definitely, like, that was one of the moments where it was like, okay, like, yeah, like this is real. Like I like this. I love this.
Did you? So like, how did you? All right. So I want to, cause I got a script, but I kind of want to break my script real quick. So when you first got to school, when you first got here to school, right? And it's actually so my girlfriend. I'll shout my girlfriend out. She is a community director at Prayers Village too. So like that's where I'm at right now, bro. I'm at Prayers too. So, anyways, when you first got here, like talk and try to keep it as, I guess, as PG rated as you can. But like, what you having fun? Like, what's some things you get into? You meeting with some of your other teammates, the ones in the same class, bro. Like, how was that? Because I noticed that I get the stares even now. Because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Going through campus, class, tutors, like talk, bro. As clean as you can keep it, but just give it to.
I mean, it's I would say like the football rings. It has its, you know what I'm saying. It tops everything at Alabama. Football is the high almighty in Alabama. So like, obviously they treat the players kind of different. And it's you got some people that kind of envy that and be like, oh, there's no reason y'all should get yada yada. Like, okay, we didn't really ask for that. It's just how it is, how it was. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is like, you know what I'm saying, definitely how some not all the way how people say like for the players on campus, but like you said, you definitely get those looks like when you walk around and when you out at the club or at the bar, whatever, and having fun. Like, it's eyes on you in there. Like, that's what I say. Like, you know what I'm saying? You always gotta be on your best behavior, so to speak, and never do too much, you know what I'm saying, to get you put out there in the wrong way, doing something crazy. Like, everybody you know how college is. Like, everybody has their fun times, have their moments, but it's never like everybody at Alabama, like, for the most part, really, the ones that I was hanging with, like, we go out, you just always, find a way home with somebody sober and, just doing things, the little things right, just to make sure, we see the next day, because like I said, anything can happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Rose from Montgomery, you know what I'm saying? Hate to see that situation happen, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing that Saban talked to us about was, whenever you do what you do, you stay safe, and you need a ride, you call somebody, you never drive nowhere, because everybody have their fun, man. It's college, you know what I'm saying? We definitely have their fun. Me and my guys, we definitely, you know what I'm saying, pick times where, a lot of it was business. I will say that at Alabama, it's a lot of business. But you have fun, you know what I'm saying, certain times. And, we have fun. We always find a way to make it back safe and just do it the right way, so to speak.
Right. Man, I love to kind of talk with someone who's done it, especially like about stuff like that. Because when me and Kobe was at Kentucky, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I kind of used to get jealous because I'm like, bro, we'll be headed to the facility, you know what I'm saying? And like, it might be like, we might have an early game, 11 a.m. game. And I'll be getting to the facility, walking to the facility or whatever. And I'm like, bro, it ain't no way. Like, it's just different, bro. Like, on the game day, Alabama, 11, 12 o'clock, bro, that quad going to be blown regardless.
Yeah, it's packed out.
Man, in Lexington, no. You know what I'm saying?
Basketball school, though. It's a basketball school.
That's real, and that's what I know. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I used to get jealous. I'm like, dang, it's really two different cultures. You know what I'm saying? So
in fact, and that's what I actually was crazy you say that when I was at Louisville on my visit, kind of learned that too. And the guys that were there at Louisville that were there at the time was telling me like, yeah, this ain't no football school like that crazy. Like really the basketball guys, like that's the ones who they hire almighty like Louisville and Kentucky. It's the basketball guys, you know what I'm saying? It's the basketball guys getting into the clubs free, walking straight in and bringing all the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like all that is like it's different. It's just like you said, a different dynamic. It's a different type of culture over there. Basketball rules supreme in Louisville, in Kentucky, in Kentucky. Period. That's where basketball rules supreme. But like down in the real South in Alabama, you know, football is king.
Yeah, and it's actually that's funny you just mentioned that because that's kind of like a full circle moment. Ja'Cory Brooks in your class, he just transferred to Louisville.
Yeah,
So shout out to him.
oh
yeah. So like just getting to the actual on the field stuff, right? So here I got year one, red shirt. Year two, saw some action on special teams. Year three, saw no action, right? Now, like again, I'm one. I done been through a lot. So when I got to Kentucky, when I was able to get pictures took and get on the field, the bare minimum stuff, I felt kind of how you felt in that moment at Miami. I was very like thankful. I'm like,
yeah,
regardless of plan or not, like just all the stuff I done been through to get here. This was a gratifying moment. But I know for guys like yourself, my little brother Kobe dealt with this. Just true freshman, you get there and it's night and day from what it was, junior and senior year in high school to that freshman year in college. You're not seeing you being challenged in the weight room, in the film room,
all aspects.
yeah, like, it's a challenge. And so, how did you navigate? Like, what was your mental headspace over your tenure at Alabama? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it was definitely tough. I would say. So my freshman year I came in, and it was already Christian Harris was already the starter at linebacker. That was one we knew like okay he's starting. Dylan Moses just left.
Yeah.
So it was really like, okay, who's fighting for that other position? Because Christian Harris was starting since a freshman, so it was like, yeah, he got it. And then they brought in a transfer from Tennessee, Henry To'oTo'o. And like these are all my guys, man. Like it's all love, man, to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, but they brought him in, and it was like he came in all conference. You know what I'm saying? From Tennessee, all conference linebacker. He transferred in. I'm like, okay. I mean, the fight's still going. You know what I'm saying? It was still working. It got to a point where you started to see like, okay, I see why they brought him in here. You know what I'm saying? And
I got a quick question. Sorry to cut you off, but at this time,
no, you good.
Were you working with inside backers?
Yeah, inside, straight inside. My whole time there, I played straight inside. That was say like that transition for me was,
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was playing the edge.
Nah, they moved me. They didn't move me, but I came in like that's what they told me. They wanted me to come in inside. So I already, you know what I'm saying, prepared myself to play inside. But like I said, it's just a whole different aspect. And like I said, like I'm saying now, they brought people in, and it was just, you know what I'm saying, okay, freshman year. So that's when I redshirted. Boom, saved the year. Next year came, and Christian Harris goes to the NFL, so it's just Henry To'oTo'o that stays at linebacker. But Jalen Moody is also there. He was been there for all 4 years, going into his 5th year. So it was like his time was here. You know what I'm saying? And during this whole time, I'm still competing for it, like, cause I wanted to be. If I wasn't gonna be a starter, I was like, I'm trying to be next man up. I'm trying to be the one that gets in when somebody gets hurt and all this and that.
Right.
So boom, we get to fall camp, and I had a great spring, good summer. You know what I'm saying? Great workouts in the summer. We get to fall camp, and fall camp starting off good, and then I get hurt at the beginning of fall camp. I tore my meniscus in my sophomore year, and I tore my meniscus in my left knee, and missed like 6 weeks. Came back and played a little bit of special teams, and like I actually ran like the fastest I did at Bama. I ran like 20.3 miles per hour. Right, the first game back from my knee injury, like first play on kickoff. ran downfield, and like, but after that, it just, you know what I'm saying, wasn't really the same no more, and things happened, and just kind of found myself falling off on the special teams depth chart for that season. But I was still working in like with.
Did you have to have a surgery for that torn
Yeah,
meniscus?
fact. I had a surgery, or I had a scope, so it wasn't really like, what I'm saying, a major surgery, just a scope. But came back from that, you know what I'm saying, like after like 6 weeks or so, and got some action, like 3 games on special teams. It was I want to say Texas A&M, Tennessee, and Mississippi State, and it was actually that Tennessee game that we lost in Tennessee. And but after those 3 games, kind of fell off out of the depth chart, out of the starting spot in the depth chart. But I was still kind of working with the second group on defense a little bit, so I was still getting reps in. And during that time period, like I said, I was just working, trying to find my way, find a role still. Like, even going up to the coaches, just trying to figure out a role for myself within the team, and like even on special teams, like it was something that I could do, and I was doing it out there at the time. So then the next year came, and I ended up getting another injury to my ankle. This past season, I had hurt my ankle real bad, and missed half the season with that, and just kind of got, what I'm saying, left behind off that injury. So I found it in my power, just to go find a better situation, like I said, and just find something better for myself, honestly, just because I seen how everything panned out. And the injuries kind of set me back a lot, and it's just things happen. Like, injuries happen, things happen, and it was just all about finding the next opportunity for myself.
And sometimes that's man, look, that's really all it is. It's just like sometimes you just need that fresh start, a change of scenery, and just get refocused. So that and I didn't, I actually didn't even know that, bro. I didn't know neither one of those that you dealt with the meniscus.
Yeah,
Because
crazy.
I keep up, so I ain't even gonna lie
Yeah,
to you. If I'm saying like because I keep up with dudes, I keep up with all this stuff. But that was none that I even had any recognition of, bro. So
yeah, it was definitely on the down low. Like I said, like I didn't. I mean, obviously, people wouldn't really know, honestly, if you didn't ask me myself. Like, obviously, my family knows.
right.
Like, they knew the whole time, but it was just, something I dealt with, battling with injuries and battling with knee problems and stuff like that. And I had to find my way of just getting that right by getting in the training room and stuff like that. And I had, like, my knee injury was really a freak accident on turf. Like, that's all it was. Like, just playing it wrong and boom. Like, it was just one of those. And then my ankle injury was even more of a freak accident. Like, somebody came and just hit my ankle, and it just kind of twisted wrong, and bam, like major high ankle sprain. Like, that was, you know what I'm saying, something crazy. So
That's how it be, man. That's how it be. This violent game we play, bro.
yeah,
But so you enter the portal on January the 4th of 2024, all right, and you were in the portal for 2 weeks. That was a quick turnaround. So like
yeah.
with that, and you didn't really have like there wasn't a big window of time, but when you hit the portal, you know what I'm saying? What were some schools you was talking to? And then were you able to take any visits in that 2 week span?
So like you said, that 2 week span, man, I mean, it was quick. And I kind of got in the portal real late because I had to get in the portal after our bowl game. And I talked to some schools like Missouri and Central Florida, Cal, and basically what it all kind of resulted to just me being in the portal kind of late, and like guys just come in, like that portal gets crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it gets crazy, and if you get in it late, and like I didn't take visits to a lot of schools. I didn't take visits to any school. I just came out to UTSA. That was my only visit. Came out here, visited, and you know what I'm saying, just came out and was vibing with it, trusting the process of it all. But
Yeah.
definitely had some schools hit me up, and like I said, the portal just get wild, man. You never know what's gonna happen in 5 hours, even 1 hour, or even the next 24. So, I mean, just with that being so crazy, when I figured that out myself, I was like, okay, I need to find the best situation for myself and get on board with it, so we can get this thing back rolling.
So, I mean, how do you feel like you are right now, ankle, knee, like what's your body, what you feeling like?
I mean, I'm definitely feeling better. I kind of got past all that after, like, towards the end of the season last year. Kind of feeling like, and like I said, I just had to find ways just to take care of myself, take care of my body, and what I'm saying, take care of myself like a pro.
Yeah.
Even like simple like little small workouts just to keep your body flowing and stuff like that. Like having to do things like that, like just like I said, being a pro, I just had to figure my way out of being a pro, and that's kind of what's I'm hoping to keep me away from injuries. Like I said, injuries can happen in any way. Like it's no way if you playing a contact sport that you can shy away from injuries, and you know yourself like you even when you're not injured, you injured. You know what I'm saying? Like your body hurting all the time. So I mean, like there's no way you can get around that. So my thing, like I said, just preparing like a pro and taking care of my body like a pro, and what I'm saying, ice tubs, hot tubs, and stretching, things like that, just so when my body does get banged up, it can recover fast and things like that towards the future. And that's what kind of helped me get past that ankle injury too.
Yes, sir. Um, and now that I'm thinking about it, yours, the way that you kind of, I guess, went into this past, or excuse me, when you tore your meniscus, that was kind of like Kobe this past season at State. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
having a dog camp. He was repping with the ones, looking like he gonna be that starter going into the season, and then boom, land wrong, plant wrong, and it's like,
Freak
like
accident. Yeah.
that's a very detrimental part of the sport. So,
Mm-hmm.
what real quick, what are some well, to another two-part question. Are you playing off the ball backer at UTSA? Is that what they got you playing?
I'm still in the box a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They kind of finding a little package to what I'm saying, see where I can fit it around the ball a little bit more.
Okay.
But I'm still in the box to start right now. Just it's early right now in the spring. Everything's just starting rolling. We in spring break right now,
Okay.
but what I'm saying, we get back and get to installing more as a defense. I definitely see like where I'm fitting it more on the defense and in their scheme. But as of right now, kind of playing in the box, a little bit out of the box, depending on formations and stuff like that. But it's a little different from Alabama, I would say.
Has it been kind of hard, or not hard necessarily, but are there any variations like schematically, like I guess what you saw at Bama?
Just really terminology. That's the only thing. Different terminology, different words, word association with everything, and I mean, obviously, I'm using things that I know from Bama and trying to translate over to here and just use those. Like it's all football knowledge. You can take it from wherever you go. You can. It goes everywhere. It's all the same. It's all football. So, just using what I know from Bama and what I've learned from my teammates there, and even using what I know here now at UTSA and just pairing it all together and just making more knowledge of it all, so I can have it all when I play on the field.
Yeah, for real. And then, bro, just in closing, how has you in San Antonio now? So, like, what's the San Antonio scene look like? How's it out there in Texas?
I mean, it's definitely a different vibe, I would say, from Alabama. Of course, I mean I'm in the seventh largest city in the country, so
Yeah,
I mean it's definitely a lot to do down here,
right.
and that's something I'm kind of not really used to. Being from Alabama, we don't, and you could take this yourself. Being from Chim County, I'm from Prattville. We don't have too much to go to. Like
Right.
that's around us. We got to go like 3 hours if we want to go to Six Flags or something like that to
Yeah.
go have some fun on like a little vacation.
Right.
Six Flags like right down the road up in from where I'm at, so it's kind of like a
Yeah.
different little vibe, I would say, and it's a little more laid back and chill out here, like what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. Obviously I get to work when I get to work, like once I'm at work. But then chilling, laying back, and being in this environment is kind of it feels good. Like you said, to have that fresh restart.
So, yeah. I lived out in Phoenix. So I was playing a little prep ball out there, like
Hmm.
2019 ish. So, like, I know the vibe out west is a lot more, like you said, laid back, a lot more
Yeah.
now. So,
Right.
but yeah, bro, that'll conclude us, bro. I really, really appreciate you for coming on the show,
Uh,
dog.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Sharing your story, bro. I feel like a lot of younger kids be able to pull something. A lot of younger athletes be able to pull something from this in your journey, bro. So
Oh, yeah.
we wish you the best of luck, bro, this season. What's some personal goals you got?
Man, really just to make all conference and just do me, man. I'm trying to show the world what I can do, man. It's been a minute. I'm just trying to put myself back on the map, man. And obviously, team goals, man. We trying to do some big this year. I ain't gonna speak too much on it, but
Okay. Yeah.
everything is shaking up. The college football world looking a little different. So we're
Okay.
trying to put UTSA on the map too, man. And that's all. That's all what I'm about, coming out here and putting myself on the map and helping another team that's already been winning keep winning and get to that next level that they want to be at. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna follow you, bro, and we're gonna be following your journey. So, hey, man, just like that, guys. Ian Jackson. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video around to a friend, and we out.
Appreciate y'all.
If you made it this far in the episode, I appreciate you. Be sure to like. What was your favorite part of the episode too? Drop that in the comments. Subscribe, share the video around, and of course, stay modest.